Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 in Pandya Empire. In the last episode we successfully pressed the claim of a Maharaja claimant to the Pratyahara kingdom up here, though obviously he refused to give back the county that we gave him to make sure that he stayed our vassal, so we're fighting him over that right now. Let's unpause and continue. We are approaching victory here, 87%, so another battle or two, or siege or two should take care of it. So we have a new heir, a daughter, who of course we strongly suspect is not actually our daughter. That's fine though, since she is a daughter and not a son, she probably won't end up inheriting, assuming that we have a son at some point, which we most likely will. We want a siege, which brings us to 90%. Hopefully this battle will get us a good chunk of the rest of the way. Not sure what's going on with this army, but we'll just ignore it. It apparently keeps losing sieges to us, and we can't fight it, so who knows what's going on there. We do have a few little factions springing up, but only counts at the moment, so we probably don't need to worry about them. Oh, and missed you again. We'll try to catch you this time. And we did. Okay, we won an actual siege up there, and this battle will get us to 100%, so we can enforce our demands. This land back under our control, which has given us pretty messy borders, but once we take Ayuda Kingdom and some of these other interstitial lands here, it'll look a lot better. So let's get all our levies disbanded. Apparently split up our retinue at some point. Actually, we'll keep them up in the north since we're most likely to need them up there. In fact, speaking of retinue, we can probably build a good bit more. Let's build more elephants, because who doesn't like elephants? And we'll, I don't know, do more skirmish retinue, I suppose. Generally good value. Not up to our cap yet, even remotely, but don't want to spend all of our money. And we have received credible reports of a recent sighting of the Great White Tiger. Let's saddle our horse. So we would like to take this guy's land. You're the vassal of this Maharaja, right? Can we actually usurp his title? That would be pretty nice. We can, but we can't afford the cost. Okay. Well, once we can afford the cost, I think I will usurp it and then use the de jure claims to at least take this county and one county off him. In fact, you might just accept vassalization. No, of course you wouldn't, because that would be too easy. So we're probably paying a decent amount to reinforce our newly created retinue right now, but it still shouldn't take us too long to save up that amount of money. You improved the Maharaja's opinion. And now our name is overlapping Bihar on the map, which I don't like, but it is at least very big, so I guess I can allow it for the moment. Ooh, you spend weeks in the wilderness searching for any trace of your prey, but to no avail. However, you find that you rather enjoy being out in the wilds. All this daily physical activity, it makes you feel stronger. So we have a 20% chance of becoming strong. Let's hope that we do. That would be great. We didn't. Oh well. Okay, so the Maharaja is extremely happy right now. Let's see who else could use some opinion improvement. Maharaja of Bengal is probably a good target. Let's deal with you in just a second and send our Chancellor over here for now. Books have always fascinated me, and when I heard that a friend of mine is a scholar and member of a small group of people dedicated to studying books, discussing them, and learning more about our world through philosophy and science, I knew I had to know more. So let's take more time to study so I can impress the group of scholars. Why not? My brother asked me for a fief of his own to govern. We can, fortunately, diplomatically refuse him. He still gets the opinion penalty, so not sure exactly how diplomatic we are. Some revolts going on in Tomara Kingdom up there. And our hunting dog needs proper training if he is to perform well during hunts. Perhaps you should take a hand in this yourself. Yeah, of course we will. Apparently, although it shows a positive monthly balance, we are losing money somehow. I guess it's fluctuating a bit. Alright, well, once our retinue gets reinforced, it should get back to normal. Actually, yeah, we'll just set it to reinforce at half speed so we can actually make money, because I do want to get this title usurping business taken care of. Okay, so our vassal has a bit of a revolt on his hands there. So, his kingdom, he does hold a fair bit of land that is not de jure part of it, I think. Not actually that much, it's basically just this land over here, which is probably a single duchy. So he's a little more powerful than he should be, but not a big deal, I think. We have a new Raja. Okay, his opinion is better. Did we get any new ducal claims we could press? We can press one here and over here. Probably not worth our time doing that just yet. So it was 349 gold we're going to need to usurp this. Okay. How is your opinion? You are at 100 actually, so we can move our Chancellor again. My vassal, the mayor, has embraced a dangerous heresy, no doubt influenced by local preachers. We'll engage him in theological debate. And I guess we'll move our Chancellor over to you, since you're relatively happy with me, but you could stand a bit of improvement, I think. Okay, he has been persuaded by our religious arguments. In the past months, you've been spending a lot of time outside, training your trusty hunting dog. You find that the combination of daily physical exercise and fresh air are doing wonders for your health and constitution. So, we gain 1 health. I guess that's just a base health gain, which doesn't actually show up on your character sheet anywhere, as far as I know. You can see it if you do the car info console command, I think. The old wound has finally healed, having a pretty grotesque, or leaving a pretty grotesque scar behind. Okay, that's good. So we're extremely healthy now. We're getting the +1 from hunting dog, the +1 from having the hunting focus, and alright, we didn't actually get strong, so I was going to mention that, but we don't have it, so we don't get that bonus, obviously. Alright, well, we can hold a tiger hunt. Actually, let's not hold a tiger hunt because we are saving up money for usurping a title. Which we should be able to do right now, actually. So it will give me 100 prestige, cost me 347 gold, almost all of my gold. We should, maybe you'll actually accept vassalization now that we have your de jure kingdom title? No? Okay. We can declare a de jure claim on him and also on you. And in fact, are you independent of the other guy now, so we can declare war on you separately? Apparently we can, so let's take care of those 3 wars. Just raise a few nearby vassal levies so we don't have to piss everybody off. And our retinue, of course, is already in the area. That might not be quite enough troops there. We'll have you rendezvous here. And you are at decent morale at this point, so that battle is fine. Hopefully. We did attack into a terrain bonus, or terrain penalty, depending on your point of view. And I think we have a reasonable advantage with this army. Sure, we'll lead it ourselves. Why not? Actually send half of this stack in as well, just in case. And our experience in matters of war has increased, and there are many things you will do differently in future battles. So we can be a war elephant leader, lightfoot leader, or we can become a jungle expert. I think jungle expert is probably going to be the most valuable. There's a lot of jungle around. And we're actually at 100% in one of these already, so we'll enforce demands there. We should have just vassalized him. No, apparently not. We just took the county. Well, let's give it away. Any? No. My religion, my culture. Yes and no. This is my court guru, actually. Probably don't want to give it to him. This is the right county. Congratulations. Send you over there to fight this army. And you're headed... Where are you headed? Here, okay. There's a neutral army on that space as well that was confusing me for a second there. We could conscript merchant ships, which I don't think is going to be necessary. Okay. Ooh, news has reached me that a claimant to my titles, my brother, is hiring men for an attack against me. Alright, well, pretty clear what we gotta try to do in this case. Looks like he's not well liked, so... seems like we're gonna have a decent chance to kill him. At 100%, we're 16... 23, 29, 35, and probably not going to get to 200%. I think the projected plot power was like 180, so we'll leave it at 100 and whatever for the moment. Should have a decent chance of that firing. And our niece needs educating. We'll just give her to... sure, that random character is totally fine. Yeah, apparently one of these guys has a holding in this county as well, so we may as well actually go in there and start sieging that. Though, we're at 74%, so probably it won't make a difference. This siege is pretty likely to just end it, and indeed that is the case. So we did vassalize him. He's not happy with me, but we're going to give away the kingdom title pretty soon anyway, so he won't be a problem for us. And we have another brother, I assume, who is the subject of a faction. We'll try and put him in power. Not a dangerous one, though. I'll get my retinue in here to continue this siege and then just disband the rest of the troops so that we can stop annoying whoever we raise them from. Okay, 53%. I think we're just going to have to siege down every holding here. Okay, so... somebody usurped something. We have received credible reports of recent sighting of the Great White Tiger in Kongu. Yeah, let's go for it. If we can't get the tiger, another chance to get the strong trait would be pretty nice. And we have a new Maharaja of Lambakana Kingdom, who's pretty happy. So that's good. And this guy is offering us peace. We become his new liege, I accept. This should be all retinue, so no need to disband that. So, the Kingdom of Malwa. We control almost all of the de jure land from that. Unfortunately, our other king has his capital in the de jure territory here, so that's not ideal. Just gonna have to do without that one, I think. You are independent. You should be under what kingdom? Also under Malwa? Oh, he has a county outside of his rightful duchy, I think. Or his county here is not in the duchy that he holds. Or however you want to put that. That's fine, we'll just ignore that, I guess. And I guess we'll give the kingdom title to him. He's a pretty good character. He probably desires it. Unfortunately, he's not getting the de jure counties up here that he's supposed to get, I think. But we can transfer them to him manually. Sure, you can have him. Him. And you. And I think that's probably all of them. Yeah, you definitely don't own that county. Okay then, so we have another vassal king who is quite happy with us, at least for the moment. And we are out of time for this episode, so we'll have to leave it here for this time. Next time we'll probably see if we can deal with this adventurer threat. But for now, thanks for watching, and join me again then.